We're actually back. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We're actually back. We are indeed so back. Elite, everybody. 2024. Who would have thought that this was going to be one of the busiest years for the game that we've ever seen, probably. I don't know. I've been playing it since 2022, so I haven't been here for the longest, but I have over 1,000 hours in the game, and man, what a crazy day. What a crazy beginning of the year for Elite. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, Frontier Unlocked is a new thing going on where Frontier kind of talks about all of their different games in one stream, whether it be news or upcoming features. They cover it all in one stream. If they have anything to talk about, it's going to happen on Frontier Unlocked, from what I can tell. And Elite had a special little segment during that, and a lot was announced in a very little amount of time. They wasted no time talking about everything coming this year. So for any of you out of the loop on that, I'll go through that very quickly, and then we're going to talk about it. All of us can go into the comments. There's going to be some discussions, some theories I want to dive into. So anyway, let's talk about what's actually coming this year. Firstly, Update 18, the culmination of the Thargoid War. Titans will essentially be endable. You can end them. I don't know if that means kill them. I don't know if that means destroy them. They didn't say the word kill. They said end. The reason why I bring that up is because technically we don't kill capital ships when we're fighting in a conflict zone in the bubble, like in human occupied space. We just force them into a retreat. So that might be what happens with the Titans. I don't know if they're actually going to blow up. That would be, I hope they do, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, after Update 18, which a lot of people seem to think was going to be one of the last updates that Elite was going to get, we are in fact getting Update 19, which is going to bring this right here, by the way, is probably my most anticipated update, which is crazy because there's a lot of crazy stuff that I'm going to get into. Anyway, this one might be my most anticipated, which is Power Play 2.0, a total overhaul of Power Play. Now, a lot of people want engineering, I know, and I'll get into that in a minute. Anyway, Power Play 2.0 is coming. Really excited about that. They also announced, and I wrote this down as a mystery feature. There is an entirely new feature of some kind coming to Elite. They didn't really say what it is. I'll go more into it in a minute when we're speculating and stuff. Now, this is going to be the big one for probably everybody watching this video. Ships. And that is right, ships plural. There are new ships coming to Elite in 2024. Hallelujah. It's been since like 2018 that Elite has gotten a new ship. Basically, for my entire time I've played Elite, which is over 1,000 hours, I've never sseen a new ship come to the game. And we are getting 4, maybe more. There's at least 4 planned for this year. I want probably 4. I'm going to say 4. They announced one specifically, which is the Python Mark II. Here's the art they showed up. It looks amazing. I'm going to be honest. This ship looks absolutely fire. And I'm also going to be double honest. It looks like a Star Citizen ship. That's not a bad thing. And I don't know why. I don't know why I get that opinion. It just kind of does. I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong about that. I want to say I like Elite. I prefer Elite personally. And also this wouldn't be the first time that there's been some inspiration. Okay. But yeah, the Python Mark II. And the reason why I say new ships, because technically they worded it as new variants. I do consider them new ships, is because while this is technically the Mark II of the Python, it is not designed to do the same thing that the Python does. So, you know, it's basically a new ship in my opinion. I'm absolutely stoked. Moving on, this is now the discussion and a little bit of tinfoil hat half of the video. So if you're here for the news, go check out that Frontier stream. It's linked in the description. It's timestamped, so you'll just go right into the Elite news, get it from the source. It's looking up for Elite in 2024. I'm very happy about it. So anyway, speculation time. Update 18. The end of the Thargoid War, basically the culmination. It's going to be, you know, this is the climax right here, everybody. And now here's the thing. We all really did expect that we were going to get the Thargoid FPS experience, because this is, after all, the Thargoid War that we got to experience in the game's lifespan, and still to this day, we have yet to fight a Thargoid soldier man-to-man on ground, which is unfortunate. I'm not going to be heartbroken if that doesn't happen in this update, because, you know, quite frankly, out of everything coming this year, Update 18 is probably the least exciting for everybody. I'm still excited for it because, to be honest with you, the release, like the Titans coming to the game, is one of my core memories of gaming. It was such a dope event. It was so cool. And if any of you have been playing Elite and haven't just gone to see a Titan, not survive, not fight, just to go into that storm cloud and see it, go do it. It is so sick. There is still a chance, in my opinion, and like we said, this is the discussion portion. Let me know your opinions down below. I still think there's a chance we see Thargoid FPS content here, because after all, we are pretty sure these are the Thargoid structures, right? I mean, they look really similar to the Thargoid surface sites. They're the crashed motherships. That's like basically, I feel like, known at this point. I feel like that's assumed. And they have interiors. We can walk in the derelict ships right now. There's like a navigation area with a star map. It's really cool. So I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. And even though that logic may sound good, I didn't want to put that in the news half of the video, because quite frankly, it is so possible that we don't do that. I think, in fact, it may even be likely that we don't dock the Titan. I don't know how they would do something like that, especially with like a really big instance. No idea. So I don't know if that's coming. I hope it does, because that would be really cool if we got to like basically embark in a Titan and then clear out the halls filled with Thargoid soldiers or something, maybe from that leak from like years ago. That would be so sick. Like I said, if that doesn't happen, I'm not going to be heartbroken, because quite frankly, we're just getting started when that update comes out. So update 19, Power Play 2. This one, probably my most anticipated. I think I'm anticipating this more than the ships, which is crazy to say, but I think so. I think that's my... Don't get me wrong, I want the ships. I want them bad. I want them bad, and I want them now. But I also really, really want Power Play 2, because the coolest thing, in my opinion, about Elite is the, like, live video game. It's like a living world, the background simulation, which obviously there's a whole bunch of people that dive into the BGS and just, like, go crazy with it, have like years of projections. It's a really crazy system that players have found a lot in, but like there is no normal casual Elite players just like doing Power Play. I mean, I'm sure there's some, but there's not a lot. There's very few parts of the player base engaging in Power Play at all. So people casually playing it, I doubt there's any. Quite frankly, I think Power Play, if it is done correctly, could be like the other half of Elite for a lot of people, because it like ties all of the gameplay mechanics, the missions, the BGS, like it ties kind of Elite together almost. And now obviously there probably wouldn't be much exploring content in Power Play 2, because it is, after all, a lot of people consider it a PvP mechanic. I don't see it that way. I see it as the mechanic in which the player interfaces with the BGS. And if Power Play 2 accomplishes that, I think Elite could have a serious amount more pull for people to try it and play it, because participating in a huge thing like that with a bunch of other players, that's sick. And obviously, a lot of people, probably the majority, wants engineering, an engineering overhaul. That's a big deal. Engineering it's just bad. At first, when I heard the key feature overhaul back when that roadmap was initially released, I wanted it to be engineering. I wanted it to be engineering so bad. But as time went on and I got more hours in Elite, I realized how much I wanted the Power Play system to be good. Like more than engineering even. I have over 1,000 hours in the game. I really only have like 2, maybe 3 fully engineered ships. I mean, you can have a lot of fun with Elite without engineering, or doing just a little bit of it to make sure you're not totally weak, or to get yourself like an explorer. I feel like engineering is something that that can be fixed. I want an overhaul for it. We should get an overhaul for it, in my opinion. But I also, in my personal opinion, would prefer Power Play, because Power Play getting that overhaul, that excites the hell out of me, man. I think Elite's going to be a whole new kind of alive if Power Play gets a good overhaul. Anyway, that mystery feature. This is total tinfoil hat stuff, but guys, maybe base building? Probably not. Okay, it's probably not. I don't know if they're quite ready to do something that ambitious right now, but I mean, let's be fair, Frontier is the CMS king. So is it really completely insane to think that the CMS guys would put like a base building creative management sim like experience in Elite? I don't know. I don't know if it would be that crazy. I have no idea what this is going to be. I'm excited for it no matter what. It's probably, guys, let's be honest, it's not going to be ship interiors. It's not going to be ship interiors. And the reason I say that is because in the stream, Arthur kind of originally talked about this feature in a weird way.
After update 19, well, or maybe, who knows? There's also another feature coming, and this is a new feature. This isn't a rework. This is a brand new feature coming to Elite Dangerous. It's super cool. I had no idea what they were doing with it until I sat through a few months back now and saw the full scope of what they were doing with it. And it's really, really cool. I really, like, as a player, I dig it. For a lot of our players, it's going to be, oh yes, this is going to be really, really fun for us to do. Again, it's coming this year, all right? So I'm not going to say to you, oh, at some point, it's coming this year. We have to work through exactly the timings because, you know, it's really important we get this right. And we have to give the right amount of time for us to sit down and go through and talk about what this feature entails, what you'll be able to do with it, the new stuff that goes in with it. So really, really excited to see this coming for Elite this year.
Where he said he didn't really get it at first. He didn't really like fully grasp the scope of the feature at first, which if it was something like ship interiors, well, you would understand it immediately. It's like, oh, well, yeah, we have ship interiors. Then, you know, it's kind of dry, it's kind of cut and dry right there. But something that requires a little more grasping rubs to me like a new gameplay, like loop of some kind, a new mechanic straight up. I don't know what it's going to be. Would I want base building? Yes, especially if it's implemented in Power Play 2 somehow. Then honestly, no other space game exists, in my opinion. If we get Power Play 2 and it somehow works with base building, that would be ridiculous, guys. I think that Elite would just be the video game. But I mean, that's dreaming. Let's be real. It's probably not going to be base building. It's probably going to be something else. Let me know what you think down below. And obviously, the ships. I can't wait, man. The Python Mark II, we have no idea what it's going to be for. I watched Ricardo's video on it, and he's broken down that it looks like there's about 3 or 4 large hardpoints, maybe, which is a lot. And then there's a couple mediums. That's a lot of hardpoints. This could be a pretty comparable like combat ship, maybe even a new AX contender. Ooh, I know that that's some scary thought because the Chieftain is sacred ground in the AX community. But I don't know. I'm really excited to see. That's also just going to bring so much life to Elite, guys, because new ships mean like new metas, new min-maxing. Now, obviously, we want the Panther Clipper. Technically, the Panther Clipper is a variant. It's not the original Panther Clipper. It's a different version of it. So technically it's a variant, but let's be honest, guys. I don't think we're getting it. I don't if it's bigger than the mail slot, that requires a lot of infrastructure change. Me personally, what ships am I going to want to see? I'm going to want to see a new Explorer, in my opinion. I really want to see something with some more jump range. Now, I know we already have really powerful exploration ships and jump condas and all that kind of stuff, and the Asp Explorer is absolutely goated. Same with the DBX. But I would like one that clears 100 light years in a jump. Maybe that's crazy to say, but if we can get one that gets up to like 100 light years in a jump, and that's like the endgame ship, and it's one of, like, maybe it's a variant of the Diamondback, or maybe it's a variant of the Asp, that would be dope. I don't know if it's going to happen. Probably won't. But I guess we'll see with time. What ships do you guys want to see? Let me know down in the comments. I would say I want a new AX ship, but that genuinely might end up being the Python Mark II, because it does look like it's going to be quite the heavy hitter if we're looking at the screenshots correctly, which I don't know. It's all speculation at the end of the day, but maybe something like a new hauler. When are we going to get new hardpoints? I know we have a whole lot of content coming our way, and it would be a little greedy to ask for more. But something that would be really sick is actually new hardpoints to go along with the new ships. Basically, I want something that I want every ship that comes out to suit a different gameplay style. Like, that's realistically what I'd want. So everybody gets a new ship. The explorers, the cargo guys, cargo/mining, the combat guys, and I don't know, maybe a new ship for touring. I don't care. Just basically, let's cover as many bases as we can. Because it feels like with this whole Thargoid thing, there's been a lot of the other people than combat not getting any content. And I think this should be the year where everybody just gets some stuff to do. Anyway, that's all I have to say. This is a brand new channel, by the way, that I have been waiting to pull the trigger on for a long time. But Truthfully, I didn't know if Elite was at the end of its lifespan or not, and clearly with this announcement, we at least got one more good year in us. So I am here for it, and I'm ready to make some content here on Elite. I hope you guys will stick around. If you liked this video, maybe hit subscribe and leave a like or something. I don't know. I'll see you around.